do you change others? That is our topic for today. How do you change others, right? I'm inspired, so I'm talking to you while I'm driving. It's another crazy busy day. My kiddo's birthday yesterday, so much fun. Tomorrow is the birthday party. I'm not going to do a party anymore, but he does have a lot of fun with his friends. Today, we are talking about how to change others. What an incredible topic that Brenda Bouchard picked. And of course, he talks about you can't really change others, right? You can have conversations and hopefully a good relationship in order to positively influence somebody else, right? Influence somebody else, but not necessarily change someone else. But bigger question, right? The bigger question, especially for highly sensitives, is ask yourself why. Why do I want to change this person, right? Do I really want to change them for their own benefit, right? Is it, whoa, okay, guys. Thank you for not running into me. I appreciate it. Is it something that would tremendously benefits them, right? Sometimes I have people in my life, especially, following law of attraction, I definitely get into this like positivity kick. And I love being an optimistic person. And not everybody is. And especially when people close to you are constantly, or more often than not, talking negatively and arguing for their limitations, it can be quite taxing emotionally as highly sensitive. We tend to take on other people's emotions if we are tired or we have not um, taught ourselves, we have not practiced how to set and hold our own boundaries. Such an important topic. We are so easily pulled down by others' emotions, right? By others' mindset, by others' growth, by others' frustration. And so a lot of times we want to change others, right? That would be the second part. So the first part was, do you want to change someone to help them in their own life, right? It's like, I just know it. If you start to be more positive, if you start to put out what you really want to get back, your life is going to be better, which is amazing. We still have to acknowledge that everybody has their own life path, right? And sometimes when I'm just like, gosh, this person could benefit so much from this, but I can only lead the horse to water, right? I can't make it drink. So then it's just a matter of like, I believe in you. You be positive. You reaffirm that. You see them changing, right? We have so much more influence on an emotional, energetic, vibration, much more influence. Keep on holding them in a positive light. Not easy to do. I acknowledge that. You expect people to be a particular way, right? If they have been that way for a long time, we expect them to be that way. But you can do it. You can be the one in the room who has the stronger vibration, who does not come down to meet them in their sour vibration. We can be the uplifters. We can hold that space. However, we are highly sensitive, so we do need to watch out for ourselves. So sometimes if it's easier to walk away, to be on your own, to need your own space, to say, hey, I love you and unconditionally, I don't need you to change. I need to follow my own need for recharging, for recuperating, for my own self-care, right? Very, very important to establish those boundaries. So that was point number one. Are you trying to change someone else for their own benefit, right? Best we can do is uplift them, lead them to the water, show them through your own example where they can go, right? And then number two, are you trying to change them? And this is not out of ill will or anything like that. It took me a long time. I think by the time I finally learned, well, I learned probably a little bit more than, by the time I learned about high sensitivity, right, there was such a trait called HSP, highly sensitive person. I kind of put it together of like, oh my gosh, am I wanting to uplift others? Am I wanting to help facilitate a more positive outlook and like a better mood, to get them to laugh, to get them happy, to get them in a good mood? Because it is so hard for me to be around sadness, to be around frustration, to be around anger, to be around depression, to be around anxiety, right? Think of the emotions that you are most susceptible to, right? What are you most pulled down by? What is hardest for you to sit with a friend who is in this particular mood, in this vibration, in this emotion, right? It tells you a lot about what's going on for you, what's going on for your own beliefs, what's going on in the subconscious, or just like what you're struggling with currently. What's going on for you? But it is an incredible insight when you can realize, am I wanting this person in front of me to change for them or for me? Because it's really hard for me to hold the space, for me to be okay with being around their mood, right? Is it too hard for me to do that? Because then also, maybe benefit, you can walk away, right? Being like, hey, I love you and I would love to support you in this, but right now I can't. I think it's better for you if I'm going to be gone. Otherwise, I'll just make it worse for you. It is important to realize that, right? Am I in a space where I can absorb that? Am I in a space where I can uplift or at least hold my own in this? Or am I going to be easily dragged down by it? But I tell you what, that realization was so huge for me, and I'd really love for you to write that in the comments. If you're commenting while I'm going live, thank you so much for participating. Obviously right now I'm driving, so I definitely can't check it. But even other than that, I cannot multitask very well. If I start reading your comments, then I get like sidetracked in my mind and I forget. But I love for you to write it down. I always try to take a screenshot and like look them up later, what you wrote for me. But also, after the video is done, please comment below. I would love to read your comments. And of course, you can always email me with more private things that you kind of don't want to write down for everybody else to see in the comments. And yeah, so I would just like to hear your opinion on that. Have you noticed that? Have you noticed that sometimes you really want to change somebody else's mood or outlook or optimism in order to help you not to have to deal with their mood, to not be dragged down? I still notice myself doing that with my kiddo because my kids' emotions, oh my gosh, I have learned so much, and I'm so much better with my partner of like giving him the space to have his own emotions. I'm so much better with that. But with my kid, oh my gosh, with my kid, it is so hard. The hardest one for me is sadness. That is the hardest one for me. Frustration sometimes is hard for me. Anger is easy because I quickly go into anger. Anger is a lot easier for me, right? But man, when it comes to like sadness or like disappointment or especially like him feeling left out, ooh, those are hard emotions, right? But I have to remind myself it is not my job to shut it down, right? Because then what am I telling him? I'm telling him these emotions are wrong, these emotions are bad. I can't handle them. You can't be your authentic self in this moment. You can't express this because I can't handle it, right? So I need to allow it. I need to embrace it. I need to hold the space, right? Hold my own vibration, hold my own frequency, and say, it's okay. You're still learning about this. It's so important for you to express that, to feel that, to let it go through your body, to process it in whatever way you can as a 7-year-old since yesterday. And then we will talk about it, and then I can let it wash over you, and then we will see where we're at after that,